What's the fastest growing renewable energy source? You might think it's solar energy, but I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's none other than wind energy. It's the energy we harvest from the kinetic energy of the wind through wind turbines and wind farms. What's even more remarkable is that we've discovered that offshore winds are even better than the winds we've been harvesting inland or onshore for generations. And now, we found a way to harvest such high quality winds. How? Through floating wind turbines. This is wind energy. This is the future of renewable energy. The problem is, ever since, we're harvesting wind power inland, where the winds are not as powerful nor consistent. The idea here is that, so why not take the wind farms onshore and take them offshore, where the winds are unobstructed, constant, and stronger? Besides the technology in wind turbines and wind energy generation storage from inland wind farms, the innovation here is overcoming the perennial challenge of environmental location. In the open seas, where the wind turbines should be able to withstand strong waves, winds, and even storms, which are in their purest and harshest form. They should endure all this while generating power the most economic and cost-saving way. Principal Power Incorporated conceptualized and owns the rights for WindFloat, a floating wind turbine with a patented static and dynamic stabilizing platform. As shown, the platform is comprised of three columnar ballast with water entrapment plates at the bottom. Turbines is atop one of the column. Structurally, spacing in between columns is important to compensate for the weight that would be concentrated at the turbine column, providing balance throughout the platform. Rigid support systems are in triangular arrangements to save materials and costs. After being tethered in the seabed using sea anchors, the windmills will generate electricity. But it is inevitable that strong wind loads and waves will cause the structure to lean on one side. Real-time sensors monitor horizontal alignment and flushes out water in the low floating column to increase its buoyancy. Water levels inside the columnar ballast change real-time to stabilize the system. There's a continuous growing trend in the demand for energy worldwide, as seen in Figure 1 from 2007 to 2030 global energy demand. Moreover, this is coupled with the rising cost of energy. This calls for the utilization of renewable energy and wind energy, particularly offshore wind energy is one of which that is growing quickly. As seen in Figure 2, in EU alone, there is this much demand for renewable offshore wind energy. With this growing demand, it is also good to know that we are now ever more capable in producing offshore wind, as seen in Figure 3. Indeed, the market for offshore wind energy is really promising. Similarly, there's a non-stop increase in energy prices, almost quarterly, in the Philippines. Why? Because of our dependence on fossil fuels. The Philippines has high resource of quality offshore winds. Imagine, if we are running on such sustainable energy source. RA 9213 gives provision setting FIT rates for RE. This protects and encourages investments and is a big step for reverting back to green energy. We should invest in renewable energy and innovate how to adopt a system in a country like ours. Here are several patents related to the wind float system. First, a patent citing a floating platform structure with buoyant columns with the same water entrapment heaves forming a triangular base. Second, a patent citing a turbine survivability mechanism, a faulting turbine design that allows the structure to fold at times of adverse weather conditions, reducing wind load and possible damages to the system. Third, a patent citing a method of installation which basically talks about a specially designed towing vehicle. Once again, wind energy. It is the future of renewable energy.